Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm here with a Beyblade Burst unboxing. And today I will be unboxing the one and only God Valkyrie 6V.Rb. So if you saw my last video, I did unbox a package from Leo Burst. So I decided to unbox this first because it's the main character's Beyblade. And it's the new one, of course. So this is God Valkyrie, and it's the new Beyblade for Beyblade Burst God. And I know I'm late with this, but I still want to unbox it for you guys and give my thoughts on it. So let's take a look at the front of the packaging. And really, this thing just looks so epic. You know, with the wing design and the spring gimmick, of course. And here we get to see Vault looking pretty excited, just like I am right now opening this. So they kind of changed the box design a little bit. They have the avatar now, which I think is really fresh. And up here we have some information on the Beyblade, which is kind of hard to see due to my lighting, but anyway, it shows you the gimmicks. So there's two gimmicks in this Beyblade, which is really awesome. The first one being the spring gimmick, of course, and the driver. And unfortunately it comes with the Proto Launcher, which is garbage, but that's why they have string launchers. Anyway, here's the top, which is the logo. And I'm a little bit surprised because I did see a new logo for Beyblade Burst with the God written in the logo, but that's not the case. So I'm not sure what happened there. But it does say it's part of the God layer system. Here it shows you that it's an attack type and that it's part of the Burst system, of course, and the God system. So let's take a look at the side now, and it also shows the parts again. The other side, once again, features information on the gimmicks. And the back gives you the parts. So the abbreviation for the layer is a lowercase g followed by a capital V. And then the disc is just a number. And the frame. So a lot of people are confused with the naming on this. People are confused whether it's flame or frame. But I do believe that it's confirmed to be frame. And I guess it makes sense. I really don't see why flame would even be correct for this. But anyway, the frame is Vortex, which is abbreviated with a V, and the driver is Reboot. And since we already have Revolve, they added another letter to differentiate between the two. And yeah, here we have more information on the gimmick, as well as some stats that I really wouldn't trust because they're just really bogus. In addition, we have a recommended combo, which I believe is God Valkyrie 2CLP. So that sounds interesting, I guess. Probably won't be good though. And all this wonderful warning information. So let's open this bad boy up. I personally like to keep the boxes intact, so I just need to get the tape out of the way. Hopefully I opened it the right way. Here it has the name God Valkyrie written in some really cool text. That's a really nice touch, by the way. And the code, which I can't show you guys because I'm also trying to win Balder. But what I can show you is a custom Baylogger insert. And you notice that it's smaller because it is fitted for the new Baylogger. So you probably want to get that first before trying these out. But it is pretty cool. It has the picture of God Valkyrie as well as its name. So let's try to carefully block that QR code and take the contents of the box out. So I'll be keeping this in the background just to make it look a little nice. Alright, here we have the contents of the packaging. Let's get a closer look. The first thing we see are the instructions and sticker sheet, and I have to say that this sticker sheet is really colorful. But I don't sticker as my Burst Beyblades, so I'll be keeping this in the packaging. Next, we have this super tiny ripcord, which is for the Proto Launcher. It comes in a nice white color. And here we have the Beyblade as well as the Proto Launcher, so let's get the launcher out first. Okay, so here is the Proto Launcher. This is actually the redesigned version, so it offers a little bit more support if you're trying to hang on to this because it is really small. I mean, I don't even have big hands to begin with, but even this thing feels like a tiny little toy. Anyway, to use this, you simply insert the ripcord and pull. Wow, that actually spun for a long time. So if you're not familiar with this launcher, it's basically Hasbro's ripcord launcher, but Kartomi style. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that well, and it's also really small like I said earlier, so it's a pretty useless launcher, but it does spin for quite a while. Moving on, let's get to the actual Beyblade, because I'm sure you guys all want to see it right now. Hopefully I don't cut into anything. I should have gotten some scissors. Alright. Let's see if that works. Honestly, I like using the X-Acto knife because it looks really pro, you know, and it looks cool and all. It does make it a lot harder to open Beyblades though. Yes, I found the opening. Okay, got that out. Let's get the driver now. Boom. And of course, the layer. Jeez, this thing's just a mess of tape. Alright, I have my camera nicely set up here so you can see every part in detail. So let's start with the driver, and this is Reboot. So this driver features the gimmick of a mode change in mid-battle. And you can see that it switches from a semi-flat tip to this wider plastic star-shaped tip. Unfortunately, I've heard people have had defective drivers, and hopefully that's not the case for mine. It seems a little bit tight, but we'll see in battle. It really reminds me of Final Drive though, with the mode change. And I have to say that I do like the design a lot. Next, we have the frame. So this is Vortex. This is of course the new part for the God layer system, in which that every disc will come with this frame, and the best part is that it's also interchangeable with other frames. So it just adds another way to customize burst Beyblades. Here we have the 6th disc. So this disc is pretty heavy despite being quite small, but of course once it's with the frame, it's much larger in size. In fact, I'll show you guys how to put it together. So it's a matter of just lining it up and twisting it to lock in place. So here is the combined disc with the frame. So it's 6 Vortex, with 6 being the disc and Vortex being the frame. Honestly, when it's paired up with this, it's much larger and much heavier. Perfect for God Valkyrie. And last but not least, we have God Valkyrie. First, we notice the extended wings on the top, as well as the bottom wings. The top wings are made of a clear plastic, and the bottom wings are the usual opaque color. On top of the layer we have the God emblem chip, or at least that's what I think it's called. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is removable. It also features the V symbol for Valkyrie. Obviously it has this spring for the gimmick, and if you just twist the layers slightly, you can see it in action. And just looking at it right now, it also gets stuck a little bit right when the spring is about halfway compressed. So anybody with a God Valkyrie, let me know if your layer does that. Hopefully it doesn't affect it much in battle, because it's just such a neat layer. Anyway, if we look at the bottom, we can see the opaque plastic and the teeth, of course. So let's get a nice shot on those teeth. With it being attack type, it only has 3 teeth, but they are really sharp. I'm sure this layer is hard to burst. Anyway, with that being said, let's put it together. Wow, every tooth was super tough. And I don't know if it's just because it's new, but I think this new generation of Beyblade Burst will be harder to burst. Now, whether or not that's a good thing, we'll see in the future. But for now, we just have to appreciate the beauty of God Valkyrie 6V.Rb. I really can't say it enough. Takatomi has definitely stepped up their game. All of these new Beyblades have spectacular designs. And it really makes me glad that Beyblade Burst is here to stay. Anyway, let's get to a test launch. So there we have the semi-flat kicking in. And while it loses stamina, it should have the mode change. And there is the mode change. It's a little bit on the calmer side, and being a Valkyrie, it's a little bit shocking, but it is pretty awesome looking, so that makes up for it. And that sums up my unboxing on God Valkyrie 6V.Rb. With this being the first God release I've opened up, I'm honestly really hyped for this new generation of Beyblade Burst. Also, feel free to comment your thoughts below on this new generation. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more videos on Beyblade Burst. And until next time guys, see ya.